You're watching Hot Wok Academy. My name is Mingjin Tong. Today we're making a Chinese classic, but I've changed it a little bit. So this is salt and pepper shrimp. Now normally salt and pepper shrimp is the whole shrimp with the head, and it's usually not cleaned either. And it's deep fried and then coated with salt and pepper. I've changed that a little bit. I've removed the shell. I hope you cook along and really enjoy this one. Okay, for our ingredients, what we've got here is some headless shell on shrimp. I'll show you how to process that in a minute. We've got two kinds of flours we're gonna be deep frying in. This one is rice flour, and this one is tapioca starch. Now you need both of these to give it a really nice crispy shell, but do not get the green package glutinous rice flour. That does not fry up the same way. Also, of course, we need salt, and this is white pepper from Taiwan. It's just a fantastic flavor. If you've not tried white pepper before, go to the store, get some and try it. It's really delicious. And for our shrimp marinade, we are gonna be using this Golden Mountain seasoning sauce. If you've not had this flavor before, go and buy a bottle and try it. It's really, really delicious. So this is how we prepare the shrimp. I've actually done most of them already, but I do want to show you. What you want to do is you want to take the shrimp, and right here down the center of the shrimp, you will find an intestine that's really full of kind of waste. So what you want to do, get yourself a nice pair of sharp kitchen shears. These are carbon steel shears from Taiwan. And you want to go ahead and go right into the center of that shrimp and just cut right down the back. What's happening here is you are butterflying the shrimp, and you are also opening up that shell in order to take the intestine out. Let me show you again. Right down through the center, a nice deep cut all the way down the shell. We'll do just a few of these. And as you do it, you're also cutting the shrimp, so it'll already be the right shape, ready for you to deep fry. Here's the last one. And as you open it up, you will see here that the intestine is right here. Oh, look, this one's actually very clean. That's fantastic. Thank you, shrimp. But I will go ahead and remove the shell and compost that. Let's see if I could find another one. So right here, you could see where the intestine is located, and you want to go ahead and pick that up just like a vein, and you're going to pull that right out. Just like that. Here's the other half of it. I'll pull that out, get that out. And then we want to remove the shell from each of these. Here it is again. When you open it up, you expose that intestine, and that's what you want to remove. Once you've got all your shrimp peeled, what you want to do next is you want to take some of this seasoning sauce, and I just want to add a little bit. Now, it is a very strong flavor. It's quite salty, so I don't want to add too much because later I am going to be adding some salt and pepper, but that's good right there. And let's go ahead and mix that up, and we will let that sit. Next, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and mix up our flours. Let me just give my hand a quick wash. Okay, you only need a little bit of this. So this rice flour, what we're gonna do, I actually like to always cut a little corner off so it's easier to store later. And a little bit off my tapioca as well. Okay, and I'm gonna do equal parts of tapioca and flour. All right. And my hand is pretty wet, so I don't want to touch it. It's going to stick to my hand pretty bad. But I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up. And in a moment, when this is done marinating, all I'm going to do, I'll just show you one example for now, is we're going to take one and we're just going to mix it really well into that flour mix. And you want to go ahead and just get it as dry as you can. And that seasoning sauce we added actually adds a nice coat. So that's it right there. In a minute, we're gonna go over and drop these in the deep fryer, and that will produce what we're looking for, this crispy salt and pepper shrimp. I've got my fry station set up. This is what I've got here. I've got a low, wide pot, and it's important when you're deep frying to be able to look in to see what's happening. So also, I think a larger pot versus smaller is better for deep frying because the oil temperature stays more consistent. You want to bring your oil to at least 350 degrees. Let's go ahead and check it. This is canola oil I've got here. And I've got my oil temperature right now at about 300 and probably wind up at 365 degrees is the temperature. So I'm ready to go. And what I want to do now is I want to take all that shrimp, and I don't want any of that liquid. So I'm going to go ahead. The shrimp's been marinated already in that seasoned sauce. And I want to take my shrimp and I want to put it into the dust. And again, the dust is half rice flour, half tapioca starch. And I'm gonna get it all in there. And the goal here is to get my shrimp fully dusted, fully coated, without any of that liquid. So there's that liquid. I'm not gonna add that in, of course. So what I wanna do now is I want to fully integrate and get that shrimp all nice and dusted. And I want to go ahead, you can actually massage it quite a bit. There's no risk of over massaging. We want all of that dust to hit every bit of that shrimp. Remember, we cut it into a butterfly shape. So there is kind of the inside that we want to make sure it's fully dusted. Okay, you don't want your dust, however, to go into your oil because then it kind of messes up your fry oil and then you have to toss your fry oil right away. So what I'm going to do, let me just give my hands a rinse. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of the shrimp into my spider here, and I'm kind of gonna use it as a way to dust off my shrimp. So I've got it all in, and I'm just gonna give it pretty good agitation there. All right, all that shrimp is now dusted and it's ready to deep fry, so I'll go ahead and put it all in. And when I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and raise my temperature back up so that my fry temp stays at about 350 to 370 degrees total. And shrimp cook very quickly. You don't wanna overcook your shrimp. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it just to a golden brown, and we're gonna pull it out, and we're gonna pretty much be done almost right away. So let's let that go for just a second. I'll pull some up so you can see what it looks like. They're about halfway there already. It's a very, very short fry process. Again, because we don't have a wet slurry, so we're not really battling with any liquid. It's just the dust that we want to get golden brown and crispy, and we want the shrimp to cook all the way through. Now, some people have asked, do you double fry everything? This is one of those situations where you don't need to double fry your shrimp. Because of the fry temperature we're doing now, because of the low moisture that was on the shrimp already, you don't need to drive off a lot of moisture. The shrimp are gonna come out very crispy, just like this. Let me just check my fry temp so you can see it. It dropped quite a bit. I'm at only 290, but that's because I've got a lot of shrimp in there. Let's lift it up so we can see what it's looking like. Yep, that's looking really good. I want it to be crispy, and I would rather have my shell, I would rather have the crust be a little less crispy, but the shrimp not be tough, because there's a trade-off. If you overcook it to get that crispy shell, your shrimp's gonna be overcooked. So I don't want that. We're gonna go ahead and be pulling it out already. That was about only maybe less than 2-minute fry. All right, let's go ahead and lift them all up. Uh-oh, lost one. And let's get these ones out. Okay, so that's what they should be looking like. And then now we can come over here, and remember, the seasoned sauce was already salty, so we don't want to add a lot of salt, but you do want some, because again, it is called salt and pepper shrimp, right? So you do want some salt on the outside, but not too much. And then you want to get that white pepper and dust it nice and evenly. You can see how finely it's ground. And let's go ahead and toss that. All right, and we are ready to serve. That's it. This is your salt and pepper shrimp. Very easy to make. I hope you try it at home. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe. Thanks so much.